Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the accuracy of this Palmetto PX-9, specifically the one with the 8-inch barrel. This barrel stops right here. That's just a muzzle extension I've added, primarily because I was concerned about people I was training sliding their hand up in front of the muzzle. So the point is that the barrel stops over here. It's only an 8-inch barrel. I took this out to 100 yards today. And at 100 yards, I've got a nice 3.5-inch grouping. That's these 5 shots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's those shots. 3.5 inches. My first grouping was these guys over here with the black circles around them. I noticed that after I took the shots, that the wind was blowing to the right, and it blew my group off to the right a little bit. It gave me a 4.5-inch group. But then I saw with the wind, so I noticed my wind ribbons were pushing hard to the right when I took this. And I said, let me take it again. The second grouping came in at 3.5, centered. So again, at 100 yards, pretty happy on the on that 8-inch barrel. As far as the scope I'm using the Holosun 507 CGR. Basically, this is intended to go on a pistol. Okay, that's a pistol red dot. I really like using that on these Palmetto PX-9s. Yeah, I'll pull up this one over here because you can see it clearer. So this is really nice and light. I like using these pistol scopes on the PX-9. If you're gonna you get a co-witness, right? You have to use the I'm using the UTG 7.5-inch riser. Okay, that will give you the co-witness. If you use the 0.83, it's going to be off. So you got to use the 0.75-inch riser. I've got here the Magpul low-profile sights. I love these on this gun. I mean, these are a little bit expensive, but you know, I wanted to keep these rifles light and slim, and these low-profile sights really did the trick for me. I shot this at 100 yards yesterday. That's the one with the 16-inch barrel. So on the 16-inch barrel, and this target's a lot more messy. But here's one group that I shot right here, and that came in at 2.5 inches, and that had a cluster of 1.75 inches. So that 16-inch barrel on that PX-9 is really nice. But you know, the focus of today really was the 8-inch barrel, because I've shot that one before. I did a prior review on that 16-inch barrel. I think the last time I shot it, it was closer to 3 inches. So the 2.5-inch group that I shot yesterday was an improvement. Ammo I'm using is the Federal American Eagle. It's just whatever ammo I was able to get, you know, this week. So I'm not too picky about my ammo. Just whatever I happen to have is what I test the guns with. One of the things I really like on this is this magnifier. This is the Holosun 3X magnifier. The best thing about this magnifier is how easy it comes off. I mean, aside from being able to flip it to the side and and use it without the magnification, it has a quick release that you're able to pull this off, and essentially this magnifier will go on any of these rifles. Or, you know, this goes on any AR that I have that doesn't have a variable scope on it. I'm able to just throw this on it with the smaller pistol dots. There's like plenty of room between the rear flip-up sight and the optic. On some of my other ARs that have like the bigger optics, I either have to push the optic a little bit forward or remove the rear sight when I want to put the magnifier on. So this is working really great with this. So since we're talking about these rifles, you know, both this one and this one, 8-inch and the 16-inch PX-9s, these guys each have about 10,000 rounds on them at this point. This one over here is the newest one I got in. I haven't done too much shooting with this. I'm kind of trying to keep this one newer. This is kind of like my backup gun because this is the 10-inch one. So the way it usually works is most women get the short 8-inch one because it's less front heavy. Most guys get the 16-inch rifle. So the 10-inch one over here kind of can go either way, so I keep that in reserve. So if either one of these guns happens to go down, I can just pull out the 10-inch one, and that will work for either men or women. As far as like I said, I've shot 10,000 rounds on both the 8-inch and the 16-inch. With this one over here, you can see I've had to change the trigger and the hammer pins. These have broken twice on me. So just from the vibration, the pins broke. The trigger pins broke, the hammer pin broke, and the hammer spring broke. And that happened with both of these rifles. Okay. Now, keeping in mind that AR trigger groups are usually rated for about 5,000 rounds. So, I think I went closer to 10,000 rounds. So that's not, out of the ordinary. But just keep in mind that you're gonna need spare AR trigger groups. So if you notice, I got the stainless steel pins in this one, and the next time this one breaks over here, I'm gonna probably put the stainless steel ones in here as well. Other thing worth mentioning is the extractor did break on this rifle early on when I first got it. I think it was around the 1500 round point. Palmetto did send me a replacement extractor and some other parts, and it's been working great. One of the things I've made a conscious effort to clean the gun more frequent, because I'm kind of used to like my Glocks. My Glocks, like sometimes I'll go 2,000 rounds before I bother cleaning it. You can't do that with this one. This has to be cleaned a bit more often, and you can usually tell when the bolt starts sticking a little bit. So I kind of think that's the reason why the extractor probably broke. There was probably just too much friction starting to build up with it. But I'm really happy with these rifles. I definitely recommend it for anybody looking for a 9mm AR style rifle. And also I love these Howson optics, the 507s with the magnifier. They go great on it. But anyway, the main thing I wanted to share with you guys was the accuracy on this PX-9 with the 8-inch barrel. I got a 3.5-inch group at 100 yards. If I use a different optic, like something like, let's say, like the 503G that has the ACSS reticle with that little chevron, I would probably improve significantly, because what happens is with the 2 MOA dot that's on these optics, when I get a magnifier behind it, that 2 MOA dot becomes a 6 MOA dot. So what it ends up doing is the dot is bigger than my bullseye, basically. Even if you're not using a magnifier, the dot's still going to be bigger than your bullseye, so it's kind of hard to center it perfectly. So when I'm using the 503G with the ACS reticle, I can kind of put the chevron right at the base of it, and I get just a more fine point to focus on. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it. If you're not a member of my channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.